All of your excuses are weak. All of them. These are the 5 reasons why you should opt into podcasting in 2026. So hey you guys, my name is Denanyoh. Let's start off. Podcasting is not overrated, podcasting is not played out, and it is not for celebrities. Yes, you see big names in podcasting and they're doing incredible things. That does not mean that your voice is not needed, okay? So that's the number 1 reason why you should opt into podcasting. You are unique, you are completely different, okay? I have 5 siblings. Even if you were raised in the same house, y'all still had completely different perspectives. One of you was the firstborn, one of you was the lastborn, one of you was in the middle, right? Like, it's completely different. That is the same thing with podcasting. I'm a mom. I live in a Midwestern state. I was trained as a lawyer. I used to work in law firms, and now I'm a business owner. How many other people can you say who do all those things? Probably a couple. But did they go to law school in the South? Did they move back to Ohio when they wanted to practice? Do they cut their hair every 5 years? Do they have a kid who does this and that? There's all these different little niches which will make you unique, which is why your perspective is unique. The other reason why you should opt into podcasting, it's not oversaturated, okay? Podcasting has been around for about 20 years. Are you 20 years old? If you are, awesome. Take more risk and start your podcast. If you're older than 20 years old, then you know that 20 years is a small amount of time. TV's been around for like 150 years. Podcasting is not overrated because let's say I wanted to start a business podcast with all my experience. Great. Let's say I want to start a mom show, an entertainment news show, whatever. You're still taking your unique perspective from point 1 and then adding it to whatever topic you're talking about on your podcast. And listen to me, if you're looking and thinking, oh, it's only for people who have done miraculous and amazing things, maybe. But what is amazing and miraculous to you is different than what's amazing and miraculous to me. Where I am with a business that's been running for 3 years, someone who's only been in business for a month would love to hear from me. So the things they could see me doing could be miraculous and amazing in their own right. The 3rd reason why you should absolutely opt into podcasting, you will never feel ready. I've had my show, You Are a Lawyer, for 5 years. 5 years. If I did it when I was ready, I never would have started because I'm never going to get to that place where I'm like, okay, I'm ready to make an impact on the world. I didn't think like that. I thought, wow, I'm meeting all these incredible lawyers. I really want to share their stories. I don't see anyone else sharing them. I'm going to do it. But the reason I say you'll never be ready is because technology is always improving. Skills are always improving. Apps and cameras are always improving, right? When I started my show for 2 years, I never recorded the video. I mean, I had it, but like the guests might have their camera on. I didn't even have my camera on. I had a newborn. There was no option of me doing that, right? But now I actually love to release the YouTube videos of it as well. And it reaches a whole different audience than just the podcast. But if I waited until everything was absolutely perfect and I felt ready, I just don't think that I would start because a lot of times that perfectionism is an excuse to just never get started. And it's ironic that I said turn on the camera because number 4, the reason you should opt into podcasting is because it is simple to start. You need a phone and or recording device with the internet. You need an RSS feed and you need a photo. And the photo is if you want it on your cover art. Truth is, you can have a cover art with only words on it. I did that for about 3 years. You need a recording device. So that could include a phone, right? A device that you can record to and then you can put up. That also could include a laptop. So then you need an RSS feed. I like to use Transistor. They've been really good to me. I've had them for the last 5 years. I've worked with clients who've had Libsyn and Buzzsprout and other RSS hosts, but I really, really enjoy Transistor. When you have less than, I think it's 20,000 downloads a month, it's $19 a month for you to pay for that. But there are even cheaper RSS hosts. Look, Kyla only got $7. You can absolutely sign up with Libsyn for $7 a month. Now, the reason I say that podcasting is simple and not easy is because the mindset piece, the whole thing of, wow, I have something to say and I'm willing to share it, that is the hardest piece. But that's also the piece that's not really quantifiable. Publishing itself, 3 things. A recordable device with the internet, and maybe not even the internet if you want to go to the library and upload it. An RSS feed, and then cover art, okay? So those are really the 3 things. If you want a little bit of receipts, I've been a podcast host for 5 years. I now host 2 different shows. I launch podcasts for other people. I love talking about podcasting, okay? I talk to people all the time who are like, oh my God, I just got this hologram version of my logo for my wall. Great, you don't need that to start. Do you need a camera to start? No. If you have a phone and you're recording it on your phone anyway, might as well use the video, right? I try not to think about how much further I would have been if I was releasing video from the start. But when I was releasing at that time, it would have been a distraction for me to have video and audio. So things happen the way that they needed to. So the last reason why you should opt into podcasting is that all your excuses not to do it are weak. Only celebrities do it. I don't have anything to say. Well, for that, don't start one. Keep your silence with yourself. And to counter that, I would say write a list of 10 to 15 things that you want to talk about. If you can't fill out that list, don't start until you're able to fill out that list. Another excuse, I'm too fat. In the words of Liz Gilbert, I don't know what being fat has to do with it, but people always tend to think that fat and what they look like has something to do with it. That has nothing to do with whether or not you should start a podcast. Podcasting is played out. Well, if it's played out, why are you thinking about making one? But I don't want to do the social media for it. You don't have to. Let the RSS feed do its thing. You upload your content and you let Apple Podcasts push it to who they think. You let Spotify push it to who they think, right? A lot of times people say, oh, I can't have a podcast because I don't have an amazing setup. This is a brilliant setup, okay? I like to record in different places, sometimes in my office, sometimes in the basement, and like a studio type thing. I don't need this. In fact, you guys are seeing all of this beautiful stuff because I'm recording it for YouTube as well. Otherwise, you don't need all of this. I literally tell my clients when they're starting to go sit in their closet, assuming it doesn't have a wooden floor. You really just need the great, delicious sounding audio. You really do not need all of this. Also, another one that I hear, oh, I hate my voice. Great. The podcast isn't for you to re-listen. You don't make the decision for them. You start. And then we'll see, right? So a lot of these things are just excuses, and you should not use an excuse as a reason not to opt into podcasting in 2026 because it is far from reaching its peak. And I know that you have something to say. And let's say that you really are like, I want to do it, but I'm nervous. Give yourself a deadline. I'm going to research everything I can do. I'm going to watch videos like this. I'm going to do all of these things for 2 weeks, and then I'm going to start. Because the only way you can get better is to actually start. So I'm excited to listen to your podcast in 2 weeks. Tag your show in the comments below, and I'll make sure I listen to it and celebrate you in the fact that you started your podcast. All right, so opt into podcasting in 2026. It's phenomenal. If you enjoyed this video, I know you enjoyed this other one where I talk about 10 things about me, right? A lot of people come on here and they're like, what's she about? I'll see you in the next video. I used to be a lawyer.